Stonehenge, the enigmatic prehistoric monument located on the Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire, England, has fascinated and mystified scholars, archaeologists, and visitors for centuries. This ancient structure, composed of massive standing stones arranged in a circular pattern, is one of the most iconic and mysterious landmarks in the world. Despite extensive research and numerous theories, the exact purpose and method of construction of Stonehenge remains shrouded in mystery. In this video, we will take you on a journey through the history of Stonehenge, exploring the various theories surrounding its construction, purpose, and significance in ancient Britain. We will delve into the myths and legends that have grown around this ancient site, and examine the latest archaeological discoveries that have shed new light on its origins. Join us as we uncover the secrets of Stonehenge, a monument that continues to captivate the imagination and curiosity of people around the world. The history and construction of Stonehenge. Stonehenge was constructed in several phases over a period of approximately 1,500 years. Beginning around 3000 BCE, the monument we see today is the result of multiple stages of construction, each adding new elements to the site. Understanding the history of Stonehenge requires us to look at these different phases and the methods used to create this extraordinary structure. Phase 1. The earthen henge seat 3000 BCE. The first phase of Stonehenge's construction began around 3000 BCE with the creation of a circular earthen bank and ditch known as a henge. This henge, measuring about 110 meters 360 feet in diameter, was accompanied by a series of 56 pits known as the Aubrey holes, named after the 17th century antiquarian John Aubrey, who first identified them. The purpose of these holes remains unclear, but some archaeologists believe they may have held wooden posts or stones. During this initial phase, the site may have served as a ceremonial or religious center, with the henge and pits possibly being used for ritual activities, including the burial of cremated remains. The discovery of cremated human bones in some of the Aubrey holes suggests that the site may have had a funerary function from the very beginning. Phase 2. The Bluestone Seat 2500 BCE. The second phase of Stonehenge's construction, around 2500 BCE, involved the erection of the first stones at the site. These stones, known as bluestones, were transported from the Preseli Hills in Wales, over 240 kilometers 150 miles away. The bluestones, which weigh between 2 and 4 tons each, were arranged in a double circle within the henge. The transportation of these stones from such a great distance is one of the most remarkable aspects of Stonehenge's construction. The exact methods used to move the stones remain a topic of debate, with some suggesting that the stones were transported by water along rivers and the coast, while others propose that they were hauled overland using wooden sledges and rollers. The bluestones' placement within the site may have had symbolic or ritual significance, possibly related to the stones' origins in Wales, which was considered a sacred landscape. Some theories suggest that the bluestones were believed to have healing properties, which may have been a factor in their selection and transportation to Stonehenge. Phase 3. The Sarsen Stone Seat 2500 to 2000 BCE. The most iconic and recognizable phase of Stonehenge's construction occurred between 2500 and 2000 BCE, when the large Sarsen stones were erected. These Sarsen stones, which are made of a hard, dense sandstone, were sourced from the Marlborough Downs, located about 30 kilometers 20 miles north of Stonehenge. The Sarsen stones are much larger and heavier than the bluestones, with some weighing as much as 25 tons. The Sarsen stones were arranged in a horseshoe-shaped formation, with 5 pairs of upright stones topped by horizontal lintels, forming what is known as a trilithon. The trilithons were surrounded by a circle of upright Sarsen stones, also topped by lintels, creating a continuous ring. The precision with which these stones were shaped and positioned is astonishing, with the lintels being carefully fitted to the uprights using mortise and tenon joints. The alignment of the Sarsen stones with the solstices is one of the most intriguing aspects of Stonehenge. The monument is aligned with the sunrise on the summer solstice and the sunset on the winter solstice, suggesting that it may have been used as a solar calendar or for rituals related to the changing seasons. Phase 4. Modifications and additions c. 2000 to 1600 BCE. The final phase of Stonehenge's construction involved modifications to the existing structure and the addition of further elements. The blue stones were rearranged into a horseshoe and a circle within the Sarsen circle, and a series of smaller stones, known as station stones, were placed at the site's perimeter. These changes may have been made to enhance the monument's alignment with celestial events, or to reflect changes in the religious or social practices of the people who used the site. During this period, Stonehenge continued to serve as a ceremonial center, with evidence of burials and other ritual activities taking place at the site. The presence of burial mounds, or barrows, and the surrounding landscape suggests that the area around Stonehenge was of great spiritual significance to the people who lived there. Theories about the purpose of Stonehenge. Stonehenge's purpose has been the subject of speculation and debate for centuries. Numerous theories have been proposed to explain why this monumental structure was built and what it was used for. While no single theory has been universally accepted, each offers insights into the possible functions and meanings of Stonehenge. 1. Astronomical observatory. One of the most widely accepted theories is that Stonehenge served as an astronomical observatory. The alignment of the monument with the solstices, particularly the summer solstice sunrise and the winter solstice sunset, suggests that it may have been used to track the movements of the sun and other celestial bodies. Some researchers believe that Stonehenge functioned as a solar calendar, helping the ancient people to determine important dates in the agricultural and ritual calendar. Further evidence supporting this theory includes the alignment of certain stones with lunar events, such as the moonrise and moonset. Stonehenge's design may have allowed its builders to predict eclipses and other astronomical phenomena, which would have been of great importance to a society reliant on agriculture and seasonal cycles. To religious and ceremonial center. Another popular theory is that Stonehenge was primarily a religious and ceremonial center. The monument's construction and layout suggest that it was a place of great spiritual significance, where rituals and ceremonies were conducted. The presence of cremated human remains and burial mounds in and around the site supports the idea that Stonehenge was associated with death, ancestor worship, and rites of passage. Some scholars have proposed that Stonehenge was a temple dedicated to a solar deity, or a place of pilgrimage where people gathered to perform rituals related to the changing seasons. The monument's alignment with the solstices could indicate that it was used for ceremonies, celebrating the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. 3. Healing Center. A more recent theory suggests that Stonehenge was a place of healing. This idea is based on the belief that the blue stones, which were transported from the Preseli Hills in Wales, had healing properties. The discovery of human remains at the site showing signs of illness or injury has led some researchers to propose that people traveled to Stonehenge, seeking cures for their ailments. The theory of Stonehenge as a healing center is supported by the site's association with water, which was believed to have healing powers in many ancient cultures. Nearby springs and rivers, as well as the presence of the avenue, a ceremonial pathway leading to the river Avon, suggest that water may have played a role in the rituals conducted at Stonehenge. For a political and social symbol, Stonehenge may have also served as a symbol of political and social power. The construction of such a massive monument would have required the mobilization of a large workforce and significant resources, indicating the presence of a highly organized and hierarchical society. Stonehenge could have been a statement of authority and control, built by a powerful elite to demonstrate their dominance over the surrounding region. The monument's location on the Salisbury Plain, a central and visible site, suggests that it was intended to be a focal point for the community. Stonehenge may have been a place where people from different tribes, and regions came together for communal gatherings, festivals, and negotiations, reinforcing social cohesion and the authority of the ruling elite. 5. Ancestral worship and connection to the dead. Some scholars believe that Stonehenge was a site of ancestral worship, where the living could connect with their ancestors and the spirit world. The presence of burial mounds and cremated remains suggests that the site was associated with death and the afterlife. The stones themselves may have been seen as embodiments of ancestral spirits, with the monument serving as a bridge between the world of the living and the realm of the dead. The idea of Stonehenge as a place of ancestral worship is supported by the broader landscape, which is dotted with other Neolithic and Bronze Age monuments, including barrows, cursus monuments, and other henges. These structures may have formed part of a sacred landscape, where the dead were honored and the living sought to maintain a connection with their ancestors. The myths and legends of Stonehenge. Stonehenge's mysterious origins and enigmatic purpose have given rise to numerous myths and legends over the centuries. These stories reflect the awe and wonder that the monument has inspired in people throughout history. 1. Merlin and the Giants. One of the most famous legends associated with Stonehenge is the tale of Merlin, the legendary wizard of Arthurian myth. According to the 12th century writer Geoffrey of Monmouth, Merlin used his magical powers to transport the stones of Stonehenge from Ireland to their current location on the Salisbury Plain. The stones were originally part of a monument called the Giants' Dance, built by giants in Africa and later moved to Ireland. In Geoffrey's account, King Aurelius Ambrosius wanted to create a memorial for the British nobles who had been massacred by the Saxons. Merlin advised the king to bring the Giants' Dance from Ireland, and with the help of his magic, the stones were transported to England and re-erected at Stonehenge. 2. The Devil's Work. Another popular legend suggests that Stonehenge was built by the devil. According to this tale, the devil purchased the stones from a woman in Ireland and transported them to England. He then tricked a local priest into guessing how many stones were in the monument, and when the priest guessed correctly, the devil threw one of the stones at him. This stone, known as the heel stone, is said to bear the imprint of the devil's heel. 3. The healing stones. The belief in the healing properties of the blue stones is not just a modern theory, but is also reflected in ancient legends. Some stories suggest that the stones were brought to Stonehenge because of their magical healing powers. People would visit the site to touch the stones, believing that they could cure illnesses and injuries. The rediscovery and study of Stonehenge. Stonehenge has been the subject of fascination and study for centuries. The first recorded excavation at the site took place in the early 17th century, when the antiquarian John Aubrey documented the monument and its surroundings. Aubrey's work was followed by that of other early archaeologists, including William Stukeley, who conducted detailed surveys of the site in the 18th century. In the 19th and 20th centuries, more systematic excavations and studies were carried out, leading to a greater understanding of the site's history and construction. The development of new archaeological techniques, such as radiocarbon dating and geophysical surveys, has allowed researchers to uncover more information about the different phases of construction and the people who built and used Stonehenge. Recent discoveries have shed new light on the broader landscape of Stonehenge, revealing a complex network of monuments and structures that were part of a sacred landscape. These include the discovery of Durrington Walls, a large henge and settlement located nearby, which may have been a center of activity for the people who built Stonehenge. The ongoing mystery of Stonehenge. Despite centuries of study, many questions about Stonehenge remain unanswered. The exact methods used to transport and erect the stones, the identity of the builders, and the precise purpose of the monument continue to be topics of debate and speculation. Stonehenge remains one of the most enigmatic and mysterious sites in the world, a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of its builders, and the enduring power of human imagination. Conclusion: Stonehenge is more than just a collection of stones. It is a symbol of the ancient past, a monument to human achievement, and a source of endless fascination. The mysteries of Stonehenge may never be fully solved, but each new discovery brings us closer to understanding the people who built this extraordinary structure and the world in which they lived. If you've enjoyed this exploration of Stonehenge and the theories surrounding its construction and purpose, be sure to subscribe to the World History Flow channel for more in-depth journeys into the world's most fascinating historical sites. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below about which ancient mystery you'd like us to uncover next. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to taking you on our next adventure through history.